How far?
How far?
I mean, I don't know what far is, but I feel like
y'all are our first. I ain't trying to be like, wow, y'all are our first gay couple.
No, you're not gay. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No. Gay is really, really crazy. It's like one side.
Yeah.
Wait.
Bisexual.
Wait.
That's hard. That's even harder.
We're all bisexual.
No, we're
Y'all
not.
actual
I mean,
couple
in the
though.
sense of like us. Like,
Oh, I'm like, nah.
So that's not a gay couple.
That's crazy, right?
You might still like men, but y'all still a gay couple.
Like,
No.
you be like you too hard. Like,
Y'all are a lesbian couple.
No,
that's 9 to 10.
That's man.
No, y'all lesbian couple. Y'all see
that's
nah.
not true.
Y'all be making shit up as people go.
No,
Like
you wouldn't say that.
If there was a guy who's valid, then if there's a
freestyle?
guy who's valid, we would date them together.
Yeah.
Wait,
So what
just
does that
one
make
guy
us?
or like?
One.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
so y'all would do a throuple.
So y'all be on some poly shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Well,
No, it's just
I
not.
I wouldn't call it
successful
like.
It's
I
not
don't
poly.
consider that
I don't know
poly.
how successful it's gonna be because y'all men are weird a little bit. Y'all be fucking up.
But I don't consider that situation poly.
That's poly.
Right?
No,
If they said that they would date him together,
that's a
and
throuple.
everybody,
That's a throuple.
That's a
not
poly relationship.
No,
that's not polyamorous.
that's not
That's not
polyamorous.
poly?
No, it's
No.
not. Because polyamorous.
if I'm dating both of y'all and y'all two dating each other,
No, that's
So
a
what's that?
That's a throuple because it's a triangle effect. But it's not to say that if he's there, she could still have another person. She could still like they're keeping it within the three.
that's the same thing
No,
as
it's
a
not the
poly.
same thing. It's not. I promise you.
All right,
It's
see
not
what I'm
the
saying?
same
So
Niggas just be making shit up.
So what's
bro.
poly then? So what is that?
Polyamorous is more than one
Exactly.
relationship. So
Yeah.
it would be if she's dating a man, I'm
Yes.
dating a man, but we're also dating each other.
Yes.
No,
Okay,
no,
got
hell
it.
no,
Yes,
no.
That's a polyamorous
No.
relationship.
No, she's
I thought a
absolutely
poly
correct.
is, I got her, and I got her,
Yes.
and we all live in the same
No,
crib, like
that's
we all
a
together.
throuple. That's three people.
That's three people.
That's Akon. That's just
What?
African shit.
What?
King shit. Like that's how the kings are.
No. That's
Yo,
not the same thing.
I'm literally about to film an episode.
No, we already filming. We hot.
We
I'm
started?
gonna call you
Yeah,
right after I'm
rolling.
done.
Oh, we are?
Come on, this is how we do. You know we don't
No, I
have
didn't know y'all started.
know.
I didn't
no.
know
We
y'all
hot.
started.
We
Oh, I
hot.
didn't even know.
Welcome.
I didn't know either.
We already
y'all.
in it. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. I didn't know what.
But all right, so wait, I really do be feeling like niggas be making shit up.
Making shit up as they go
No,
along, right?
I think
It's
we go.
not making shit up.
Cause now I thought that was a fucking. I thought that was a poly relationship. Now you're talking about a throuple. I never even heard of that.
I've
word.
never heard that in my life.
Okay, so basically, because like the word couple, but throuple. So basically, so there's nobody else exiting that trifecta. It's a trifecta. That's it. It stays within the three people.
So y'all cool with the throuple, not the
poly.
poly.
No, I don't care for the poly.
Got it. Okay. I'm still.
One thing I will
I'm
give
still a
y'all.
little confused, but
I am.
How are you guys confused? It's very.
But one
like,
thing I will give y'all is y'all two beautiful ladies.
Yeah, they are.
And I like to see beautiful ladies as a couple versus like.
Versus what? I know you about to say some dumb
Good
shit.
shit.
I just feel like it's about to be off the wall. Like,
versus a
anything you say.
nigga that look like me, but it's not really a nigga. It's a female. She look like me though.
we could say studs now, bro.
We could say studs?
We could say. Wait, we could, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just want I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Nobody confirmed that. We could say stud, right?
I think so.
I
That's a
believe
good
so.
label of
It's
dyke,
not
but
offensive, right?
Look,
I don't think so.
I say that-
dyke is. I think dyke is offensive.
stud.
I don't know.
Stud is not
I'm gonna go with
offensive.
studs.
I'm gonna
Studs.
say that the nigga, he look like me. We look like each other, but it's a girl. You feel me? Like
Why you gotta call her a like? Why you gotta say like nigga? Like
Because if I would be like, that's a nigga. That's my nigga. Like whoever.
That's what you're dressing
nigga,
like. So that's not the effect you trying to go for? No.
not necessarily because there are girls that present masculine, but they don't identify as he him or.
No, I'm not saying she's identifying as a man, but when you like the man uniform, like aren't you? Isn't that what you going for?
That's what I would think.
No.
Because like you have girls who are considered stems, right? And
What the
stem-
fuck is a
Yo,
stem?
we
See what I'm
just-
saying?
STEM
Stem,
is like,
stem is like a stud femme.
yeah.
So a girl that's
Nah.
like a.
See what I'm saying?
Okay,
They
okay.
making shit up. Niggas be making shit up.
Okay, if I had to,
They making words up and shit.
If I had to compare it celebrity-wise, right? Like Young M.A. would be considered a stud, right?
Straight
Right.
stud.
What's up, my
Straight
nigga?
All
Right.
right. But then,
Yeah.
Okay, so wait.
Hold on, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. M.A. is somebody I actually fuck with. When I see M.A., yo, what
We
up, my
said
nigga?
what's up like that.
What's
Okay.
good, my nigga? Like,
Okay.
And make them be like, yo, what up, my nigga? Like, when I say my nigga, I'm talking about like, see somebody be like, damn, shorty got a fat ass. She gonna, yeah, shorty got a fat ass. Like, how I would talk to Kev or Kim or any nigga that I fuck with. Like,
But
that's the homie.
I feel like you could still talk like that to girls that present as a female. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the energy's a little different. Energy's just a little different.
Because you got to be a gentleman.
Because you know in your mind, like, yeah, she might like girls too, but you're not gonna talk to her the same way like you'll talk to the homies. It's just gonna be a little different.
okay.
A little different. Like, see, these two young ladies, they like women, but the energy ain't like it would be like Kev. I would still respect.
Not
and
lie.
wouldn't be.
She
I don't know her
nigga.
personally. I'm just saying, like, from speaking, you'll still be like,
You be very reserved.
yeah,
You be
yeah. I
reserved.
won't go all the way in, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these niggas, they be like, man, fuck that shit. Shorty got fat or whatever it is. Like, I wouldn't go all the way in.
Okay.
Now, with somebody like MA, you go all the way in. Like, it's like, yo, fuck that. That's my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, there's a little difference.
Okay.
But now what you making up STEM and all this
No,
other
STEM
shit.
is not a makeup thing. It's an actual
It's a
thing.
real
So like the
thing.
STEM would be like Koi. Oh, what's her name? How you pronounce her name?
Coyle Ray?
Ray.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that she's
about
gay or
Ty
she's
Young?
bisexual.
Who?
Yeah,
Young.
Ty Young. That's probably
She's,
the best
the one that
example.
Mimi was dating.
You think so? I wouldn't.
That who?
Actually,
I don't
Cause she
even
be
know.
dressing like a
From Love
girl.
and
She
Hip Hop.
like
yeah.
girly
You're right.
Gotcha.
You're right.
Yeah.
I would call her a STEM as well. Yeah.
I don't know
Like
who
a
the
stud-
fuck
a
that
stud
is.
femme.
But
It's like they're masculine, but then they go between being
Like
masculine and
tomboy,
feminine.
like
Yeah, tomboy.
like a girl that's like a tomboy.
I'm scared of this topic, so I'm just
Why
gonna.
are you scared?
I'm not scared. Fuck that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, because I be thinking this. I be thinking these things. And
Get it out now. Look.
we had our homeboy on in the beginning of the episodes.
Oh yeah, fact.
And he's a real good friend of ours. And he gay. You know
really
what I'm saying?
gay.
He like openly
Oh, I know who you're talking
flamboyant.
about.
Yeah.
I know who
right?
you're talking about the rapper.
Yeah. Controversy, but that's my
Yeah.
dog. Like, I
Facts.
fuck with him
Yeah,
heavy.
he's cool with mad niggas in the hood.
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
go ahead.
See,
That's
but
my
he's really
dog.
a hood nigga though.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the
he is.
crazy
Yeah,
thing.
he is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now, I always wanted to know, like, at what point in your life did you be like, you know what? I like women. Like, when did that click in your mind?
I think for me, I kind of knew that I liked women my whole life, but I didn't really act on it. And I just remember one day I was in college and this girl licked my cooch and I liked how it felt.
All
so I
right,
was
see,
like,
hold on.
Yeah,
You can't
'cause
skip
yeah,
straight
yeah,
to.
yeah.
She just looked like, hold on, your
How the
coochie was
fuck
just
that
out.
even
Yeah,
happen?
yeah.
Like, what to be like,
Like-
you gotta rewind that.
Yeah, you gotta break that
Oh,
down.
okay, so I didn't even smoke weed at this time.
Okay.
She had like a little scythe thing in her house, but
Okay.
I didn't even know she was into me. But I
You
don't
felt
know.
the energy, though.
I felt it, but I didn't know. She was giving me like question marks. I'm like, fuck it. So we went over to the crib. It's like a game night thing. I'm mad high. It's like my first time smoking, so I'm dumb high. I just remember falling asleep, waking up, and like the scythe was like kind of ending. Everybody's like lingering out. So I'm like laying down. She just started caressing on me or whatever. So I'm like looking at her. I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna make a move because I never did nothing like that.
Yeah.
So basically, she just started kissing on me. She's like, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
And then that's what happened.
You?
I think all women are a little gay. I personally believe all women are a little gay.
Okay.
And I think beautiful women or women that are moderately attractive are even more so. Because I think women are beautiful.
I do too.
And I think women
Right.
are a form of art.
I think we could all agree on
We
that.
could agree on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Women are beautiful.
And
Shout
I
out to
think
y'all.
women just have this very like feminine, soft characteristic that is just like naturally attractive. And I think give it the right energy, we just kind of naturally flow towards each other.
Okay.
I think it's just organic that women are attracted towards each other. Like, I think it makes sense for women to like each other.
But at what age did
Me
you
personally?
realize? Yeah.
Honestly, probably really young. I want to say maybe like 14, 15.
Okay.
Like, as a product of Catholic school, I feel like it was inevitable. Like, I was always around a bunch of girls. And I think, like, developing, like, that puberty, like, that very early sexual energy and being around a bunch of girls that was also developing that sexual energy, I think my first, like, sexual peak was I was always just around a bunch of girls. So developing, like, oh, like, you know, like, what are these new feelings? And we were all kind of developing that together. I think I was, like, always interested in men, but I think just seeing, like, all these, like, oh, like, those parts are pretty. Like, I have them and you have them. They look interesting. So let's just figure this out together. And I think boys were always just, like just always just so friggin' aggressive.
Yeah.
But with girls, it was always soft. So guys were like physically appealing. Like, you guys, like, y'all look good. But with girls, it was always like, y'all kind of look good too. And I feel like whatever I did with the men, like, I could do with y'all too, but it's gonna be a little bit more gentle. So I feel like for me, it was like early puberty.
Okay. I got two things.
Wait, because we gotta go to her.
Okay, go.
I knew he was gonna forget about me.
Yeah, nah, I knew he was.
I'm sorry. I truly apologize.
No,
she
it's
said
okay.
something. Well, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Like I knew I liked girls since I was young as well, but my first experience with a girl.
That's
was
crazy. I
kissing.
didn't even know you like girls.
Yeah.
He wasn't listening the last time.
Oh, he was sleeping.
I probably
Yeah,
was
that-
asleep. I
No,
don't know.
you
I'd
were
be-
because we were downstairs talking about it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know.
But I've always like been attracted to women. It's just that like my first experience, but just kissing was when I was 14.
Okay.
But I never had like a sexual experience with like a female until like maybe when I was like 28, 29. Because like in my era growing up, being gay was like not a thing, and so like people shied away from it a lot. So whenever I did interact with a female, it was very like, are you? Because people would like tread lightly around each other, but it was like that. So I didn't start until like later, like when I like moved out.
Got you.
Yeah.
I think beautiful women that like women is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Because you're sexualizing it.
Absolutely.
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 Own your shit, King.
I mean, listen, it's the most beautiful. I think, and mainly because, like, I think, I ain't gonna lie, like, woman on woman is nice. Like, I ain't gonna front. But not only that, though. Not only just, I just think it's different if a woman's gonna like another woman, but the other woman is like a man. And I feel like in my mind, for a lot, you might as well be with a man. Like, that's in my crazy mind.
No.
You might as well just go and find a guy that you like or that, that fits you and go deal with that. Because otherwise, I mean, I never really understood the idea of like wanting a quote unquote stud. Now, what I was gonna say earlier was
Tread lightly.
I know. I know, right?
I'm just sure there's a community there.
No. It is.
like-
It is. Listen, there's no disrespect to nobody. I'm
Tread
just telling
lightly.
you things that used to pop up in my mind. Now, in the very beginning, when I was in high school, this is when I started realizing that gay, like being gay was a thing. I never even, all the way up until high school, I ain't never even understand what gay was, right? But in high school, you start to experience different people and you experience, different type of feelings for different people, men and women, I had a friend.
You trying to tell us something?
I know, right? This sound like you were
That
trying to like.
sound like where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, you trying to have a come to Jesus moment.
I had a friend.
Oh, okay, all right.
Can you tell us seriously?
My bad. One mic. I shouldn't even say nothing.
I had a
talk.
friend who we kind of thought he had a little spice in him, like a little sass in him, but at the time he was always dealing with women, so it kind of was like throwing us off a little bit, but he was like the homie until junior year in high school. He, like, to us close like friends, he came out and was like, yo, he introduced us to his boyfriend. And at the time, I'm gonna just be straightforward. At the time, I didn't like that.
Why?
I got turned off from the friendship. And at the time, I was like going some, you know what? I respect him for saying it, and like we was cool. And I didn't tell him like, yo, I don't want to fuck with you no more. But a lot of times when it was like things that came up, I definitely distanced myself on purpose. Like, and like, even if I ain't have nothing to do, huh?
You regret it?
So yeah, so that's what I'm about to say. So over time, now me learning not just more about myself and more about like dealing, working with other people, right? Not only did I realize that what I was doing was very dumb and immature, I also realized that like, people are people, right? So like in the beginning, it made me kind of like nervous to actually come out and be like, well, yeah, regards to what he got going on in his life, like that's my friend. Because I was coming up thinking like people were gonna look at him and see what he doing and then attach me to that, and then I would get caught up in some like, some type of thing. And I think that was my worst fear.
That people would think that you gay?
No, not that people think I'm gay, but like having a friend that's openly gay and then me being friends, for some reason, I just thought that would be an attack on me. And then over time, I guess as I had to get like a little mature and understand like, no matter what he is, like that's his life. Like that's still my dog. And then but me and homie, we actually had a conversation, and I expressed it to him, and he forgave me, and we was cool.
That's fire.
But, huh?
I said that's fire.
Yeah, he definitely. And
fire.
I was honest, and I told him like stepping down, I really was afraid to openly be your friend because of you coming out gay. But I think now, like as an adult, I understand why a lot of people, even for like gay people coming out and saying like, yo, I'm gay. I understand why a lot of people be afraid in the beginning, because like the idea of like being accepted for who you are, it sound good, right? Like people be like, oh, no, that shit sound good until you gotta deal with like family, until you gotta deal with like other people who like don't live that lifestyle, who don't want you to be that, who wanna change you for what you are. And I think, and that's the part to me that like I regret being a part of that when I was younger, like of like somehow like disowning somebody because they came out for who they are, and I do regret that.
How much time passed from high school till the time that you had that conversation?
I want to say we were like maybe like now when we actually had this conversation like 1920. So I would say like maybe 2-3 years passed, and then we like met up and talked, and I mean like, and it's crazy because this was like one of the first times when I actually knew back then. I don't know if it's still like that now, but like I went with him over by like West 4th area, and it was like that's when I found out it was like gay city out there, and there's like a lot going on. It was a little bit too much for me, but
what did you see?
Too much. But that's when I found out about like the whole gay community. One thing I will give the gay community though is y'all stick together, boy. Like the gay community.
I'm gonna stick by him.
Listen, the gay community is strong as a motherfucker. So I respect that. I respect a lot of little different things, but yeah, that's my first time really like connecting.
So wait, let me ask. My bad. Not to.
No, go ahead.
Cut off your.
No, go ahead.
Heartfelt.
Very heartfelt.
Yeah, I mean, I had a moment.
Because you, as a, we cool. You sprung this on us. Like we didn't know. So like not who, but like did you get people looking at you like, what the fuck? Like what's up with you? What you got? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is,
like we just started seeing that shit on social media. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, how long y'all was cool? Like how long you knew each other?
I mean, I've known Kev a little while now, but I think my personal life is just no one's business.
Right.
And then I've realized that since dating her, because I've dated girls before. I mean, you know, like.
We gonna bleep that out, but go ahead. Yeah.
But the thing I realized is because I date feminine women, no one takes it seriously. No,
maybe that's what it is, because I think I would see you.
Seriously.
I would always see you. See you on Instagram with women, like pretty women. I'm just like, oh yeah, Stacey be with all the girls.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I never really think anything past that.
Like, that's regular though.
It's regular to me.
That's regular.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh.
And you made an interesting point because you said like, oh, seeing, two beautiful women date each other, like it's hot, it's attractive. But the thing that goes along with that is no one takes it seriously.
Yeah.
Like we'll be out together on a date and guys will try to talk to her or talk to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm with my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, that's your girl? So kiss. Like, what?
Niggas think it's funny. Yo, why we so immature?
I don't know, cause
So kiss
all the time.
That's some shit I would say.
That
I'm
is.
like, I don't believe that shit.
So
I want to
kiss.
see y'all kiss.
And it's like, it sounds like jokey and it sounds cute to y'all, but that's like, imagine you're out with your girl and another man goes up to you and your girl. I'm like, oh, that's your girlfriend?
So kiss her.
So kiss her. Or so grab her ass. Like, it's cute, but it's like, it's also really disrespectful.
But
It is,
I do
but-
feel like men are intimidated by the fact that you guys have this tool down there that you guys like feel is like so superior that why would you not want me? Like that's how that's how they feel.
Like, in
they
general,
feel
like,
they feel
I
like what is
am
it
a
that she
gift.
that what is it that she has that I don't have, and I have something that she doesn't have. So what is it that she's doing? And it's like an insecurity thing, like with men.
I don't think that's what it is.
Not for all of us.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm
I
not,
Some of us
okay,
really don't
let me
care.
not say it. Like, not every man. Of course, I'm not speaking for every man, but a lot of the time, it's like an ego thing. Like,
Because now I'm gonna give you a catch-22. Because like on the other side, there's a lot of women who's not really gay who be saying that shit just to throw the nigga off. So like, What if she not gay? Right? What if she
But
just
that's none of
saying
your
that?
business.
Right.
But it don't matter. What I'm saying
But
is,
why can't you just accept the fact that she just doesn't want, like,
you
you know
gonna
what I'm
still
saying?
shoot. It's
But
most
why?
niggas still gonna shoot.
Because, okay,
you gonna
so-
still shoot, and you
Okay,
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie,
see.
niggas
no.
do need to figure out shooters etiquette.
Yeah.
No, because my
Yeah.
thing
We
is...
need a shooter's etiquette.
My thing is, if she is lying, right, then that means she's lying for the purpose of not even wanting to talk to you. So
Right.
why are you still shooting your shot?
Because the reality of it is, sometimes they say that, but then sometimes you shoot, you see what up, and then eventually
Nah, I
they
don't fuck with
talk.
that
No,
eventually.
that's
I'm just
that's
saying.
that. No,
Eventually
no.
they talk, and then y'all be able to get to know each other. Like it's,
No.
I'm telling you, that happens.
Like,
That happens.
nah,
I'm
like-
I
telling
ain't
you,
gonna
that
lie,
happens.
I don't know.
No.
I don't.
That
There was a
happens.
point in time in society where there was like, where playing hard to get was a thing. But I never. I don't know. I don't fuck with that. I need to know like it's mutual.
No.
Like I need
There's
that.
definitely been a situation to where it may not have started the way that most people saw, like off the bat, and then eventually somebody like end up being like, "Yo, all right, let's
I
talk."
like him now.
Or not even I like him now. Like, yo, let's talk. Like, I'm gonna be honest. That's not really my girl. If you out in like a bar or a nightclub, and let's just say, like you said, these two together. To be honest with you, sometimes the other girl might be hating because nobody's talking to her. So let's say nobody's talking to her, but the dude trying to holler at her. She could be like, oh, nah, leave my friend alone. That's my girlfriend. But in reality, like, that don't necessarily gotta be her girl. She just might be hating at the moment. Nobody occupying her. And that happens a lot.
I never heard no shit like
Yeah, I
that.
ain't
but-
gonna lie.
That happens a lot. Like, girls be acting like they want to be super overprotective over their friends.
Cause they not getting no.
That happens a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
I still do think men we need
Yeah.
shooters etiquette.
In that very specific situation, if the homegirl interjects and says, that's my girlfriend, I
probably
get it.
'cause she told her to do
But
that.
if you try to
That's the
shoot
case.
your shot at a girl and she says, no, I have a girlfriend, then take the L. Like, because if I'm lying about my sexuality to get you not to talk to me, then
yeah,
I'm not
you.
playing hard to get. You're just hard to want, and
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
interested.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that.
Period.
I'm just telling you
Nah, niggas
the
we
mindset.
don't get that
Like,
sometimes. I don't
nigga, no,
understand.
I'm saying
really
I
don't.
understand what she's saying, but some niggas just don't give a fuck. Niggas still gonna shoot.
But
No,
why
I think
is that?
I think it's fair to shoot. Don't get me wrong, shoot. But I think there's a level of like oblivion that we be having. Well, not we. I think that niggas have sometimes, and it's like, bro, like this is why women be scared of us.
Yes.
Like, yo, relax. You know what I'm saying?
Like even when
Chill out.
when men find out that, like, or when I say that I'm bisexual, they be like, "Oh, so can we have a girl together?" I'm like, where did you get that from?
nigga, I don't even want you.
I don't
like,
even want
yeah,
you.
like where did you get that from? It's like they immediately sexualize like who we are,
Well,
and like
forget about the fact that, like, let's say if a man find out you lesbian, or you like women too. I'm talking about like a guy now that you actually talking to, right? If I hear a girl I'm actually talking to, and you tell me you're into women, I'm a person who I like the whole threesome shit. So 1000%, like, I'm gonna have a conversation with you about that. Now, am I gonna be out there going, looking and searching to have a threesome? No. But I am gonna mention to you that I'm open to it, and whenever you comfortable and ready, I will want you to pick somebody, especially a little bit further down to where when our relationship get a little bit stronger. But like,
But who's to say that I want that? Because say if I'm
you
a
might
person,
not, but I'm definitely gonna
monogamous,
throw it in the air.
shoot.
I'ma definitely throw it in the
Question:
air.
would you throw it in the air if you knew that I was a straight female?
I might.
Oof.
I might. I absolutely have done.
Why you reacted like that?
I might.
I just don't think.
And the fear in your face.
No, I just don't think a man should ever bring up a threesome. I think.
Why not?
No, I think if a threesome is going to be brought up in a relationship, it should be brought up by a woman.
I agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
I
I don't agree with that.
I
I feel like the man, just like the woman, could say what they like and what they're into, right? So if that's what I'm into, if that's what I like, then it shouldn't be no difference between you bringing it up or me bringing it up.
No, I think the difference
now,
is-
I wouldn't push for it because then it looks like, okay, you just trying to have a reason to fuck
Yeah,
other
but
bitches.
even bringing it up in the first place, right? Our security and a woman's security is totally different.
I agree.
So like, the things we might be insecure with, they're very surface and they don't cut deep. So like,
bro.
No, listen.
What we into is what we into.
Sure, but what I'm saying is the shit that you say to a woman could play on her insecurities different than it's gonna play on yours, nigga.
Man, fuck that.
Because
if you into something, that's not even being too horny.
No, but
if she's into something, if she likes something, right? And I might not be fully into, but she's telling me what she likes, then I will have to understand, like, into women. There's guys out here that don't like.
But what if she tell you she into DP?
See, and you could tell me that. That don't necessarily mean that A, I'm gonna be down with it, and B, that don't necessarily mean that, you know, I'm not gonna leave you or not fuck with you either because you said that.
Yeah, but that's not gonna play on your mind.
No.
That she want an extra dick.
But some people would think that like, am I not enough for you?
Because you never know. What you mean?
Because like you see how you're telling the girl like you would like a threesome. Some women might think like, am I not enough for you that like you need somebody else to join the bedroom?
I don't think those go together. I think
you crazy.
I don't think those go together. I think if somebody wants a threesome, that don't necessarily mean that my girl not enough. That just mean they be into having fun with other people. That don't necessarily mean that the person not enough. I think that if a man pushes and goes out his way to find women to have threesome with, then I think that's a little bit extra. I think that's when he's doing a little bit too much. But if he mentioned to his girl that, yo, he's interested in having a threesome one day, I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's just me. I don't see now. I wouldn't go, if I got a girl, I wouldn't be actively going to find a girl. No, I would let her do that.
I'm not saying you looking for it. What I'm saying is you're not mindful of her insecurity or the possibility that she might have one.
Yeah. Why? Because I told her I'm into threesomes?
You don't think that her being insecure about that after will should fuck what?
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong. I just don't think so. I don't think so.
You're also single though.
But I've been in relationships though. What you mean? I've been in relationships.
The success rate is kind of like
no. My success rate actually has been pretty good.
How the fuck they good if you're not in no relationship? Though?
I'm not in no relationship now.
That's my point.
For different reasons, but like for me personally, I don't think that me telling somebody that I'm into threesomes is gonna be a defining factor of me breaking up with my girl.
All right, so then niggas need shooters etiquette. One, we need shooters etiquette, and we need awareness. I'm trying to be accountable for us today, cause
V, I don't give a shit.
I care.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I care. It's just that
to
certain things. No, I care. It's that certain things like to me in my mind shouldn't mess with her mental or psyche because I said I'm into. Right. I just don't feel like I should mess with nothing.
You don't have any insecurities?
Of course I do.
So like.
Of course.
So you want to name them? What are they?
That I don't want to get into all that.
Okay, but you don't. You wouldn't want your partner to be mindful about like certain things that could make you feel some type of way.
But if she told me that she's into something,
we're not talking about that. We talking about when she said, "What if she's not?"
I'm just saying, if she told me that she's into something that I'm not, and
that wouldn't affect you.
Let's say it is one of my insecurities, right? Mm-hmm. The fact that she's into it don't necessarily mean that it should affect me in that way. It shouldn't.
That's cap.
It shouldn't.
Maybe it shouldn't, but we talking about will it, and it probably would.
It probably won't. It won't. It probably won't. I'm telling you. I'm being that real.
I think you are a very sensitive man. And I don't mean that in like...
Everybody's sensitive.
I think we all sensitive.
Yeah. But you can't be sensitive.
Oh, here we go.
Can y'all stop? Like,
see, I ain't gonna lie. Don't start with that shit.
Okay, go ahead.
That's gonna trigger... I'm triggered now.
Because you're a Capricorn, that's why.
No, I'm triggered by this zodiac shit. That shit don't really... It just doesn't exist. I'm sorry. But I do think we need to be... What would work for shooters etiquette for y'all as women? I know y'all don't really...
Yeah, give some.
I want to hear some tips
on
give us some
shooters
tips.
Etiquette.
I know I got some things I think, but I want to hear from
women.
The consumer.
I feel like if you say no, just
leave it alone.
Number one, say no is no.
Don't keep on going because now you're embarrassing yourself.
So now you're just looking stupid.
Yeah, because I'm tuned you out. Like you doing too much at this point. I said no.
Anything you do after that is you're doing too much.
Leave it alone.
No is no.
Right.
That's number one.
You got any?
Yeah, I feel like if you're coming through social media, like. Don't do like the dick pics. Don't do the
the dick pics off rip is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
But it's very common.
Like off the friend request, like
Like,
Damn.
Off the gun bus.
As soon as she accept your shit, nigga
No,
say,
like it's.
Niggas say hi, dick pic.
I wish that was not a common thing. But it's like, good morning, dick pic.
That's crazy.
Hello, dick pic.
I don't know if this is crazy, but like, I could only imagine what it is for y'all, right? Because like,
I don't even know what to do with it. When
the
you
vagina is not a
What am
pretty
I
thing.
supposed to do
Like,
with it?
don't send me that. So it's like, could imagine just looking at it. It's just like, for what? Like, what?
I don't know. Vagina is pretty though.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's just,
Vagina pretty.
Yeah.
it ain't really the.
I'm
like,
not,
what am
I'm
I
not-
supposed to do with looking at a picture of it? Like, ooh.
No, that's a fact.
Like,
No,
what the fuck am I
no,
supposed to do with that?
I agree with that.
Show me a little titty or something. Like, that's, like, you know what I mean? Give me something cute.
Little
but
titty corny.
The vagina? Like, come on.
I like titties, but titties is corny.
You a wild spirit. That's your problem. You a wild spirit.
Yeah. Keep that
Titties
shit in
is-
your pants.
Titties is corny. If you gonna send something, send a video. Like, don't send no
Yeah, pick
Yeah,
is even
video of
more.
what?
a video
Of what?
of the girl playing with her pussy
I don't
or
want to
something.
see that.
Off rip?
No, not off rip. Not off rip. I understand. I got
There's
your
shooter's
point.
etiquette for
Hands
women too.
down.
Y'all need
Yeah,
some
like-
shooter's etiquette too.
See, I never did that. I
I'm not
never did
gonna
that
lie.
before.
Well,
though.
wait, what do women do that's like cringe for y'all?
Women don't listen, and I know I say that a lot, but
No,
women,
but
women
like,
don't listen.
but when you talk about shooting, like, what is it that we do that's like, all right, ma, chill?
So go ahead, Vi.
Every woman swear up and down that her pussy is made out of gold.
I've never said that in my life.
I don't know. That's not necessarily
And-
the shooters.
I'm
but-
talking about shooters, like, off,
Yeah,
like,
off
I'm
rip.
telling you.
like, no,
Out the
I'm
gate.
telling you.
no one's having
So,
a conversation about their pussy off rip, yeah.
I'm
like,
telling you.
Maybe no. Wait, you don't know
can't
what
say
kind
that.
of women is.
What I'm saying is, women off the back think that when I say pussy off the like gold, I'm not talking about just like serving a pussy. I'm saying like they think that just because that they're women,
She's the
that
prize?
like whoever that man is supposed to be like, you know, yeah, come on, like you're not supposed to get turned down either. Like
I don't agree with that, but
I'm
Women
just
don't
saying,
really take rejection, though.
Women don't understand rejection, and because most men, we are like mainly the ones that's been doing the hunting, so to speak.
Or because they think niggas is just fuck anything or niggas do
They
anything.
be thinking that.
It's kind of like you
So that's
rejecting
what I
them?
mean,
It's
like,
weird.
and they think that just because they got a pussy or they might be cute, they might be whatever, that like, you know,
It's up.
yeah, and that don't always be the case.
Yeah, nah.
That don't always be the case.
what's your cringe moment? for women?
My cringe moment is damn, this was gonna probably whatever. Don't give me your number. Like, let me ask for it. Especially when you give it to me and then you gotta remind me that you gave it to me. It's like it's still sitting in my DMs for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be rude. Like, I'm a very like nice guy. It's like, nah, I appreciate it, but it's like,
Would you still use it though?
no.
Not
so
So
you
that's
don't-
my
you don't-
point. Like, if there, I'll chase. I
do
don't
like the
mind
chase. Yeah.
expressing my interest. If I don't, like, it's very clear. Like, I'm a friendly guy, but that's just,
So you even if she's attractive to you, you curving it.
yeah. What that mean?
I'm
So if
just
a
I'm
woman-
asking a
so
question.
if a woman is playing the role as like she's aggressive with you, you're like automatically no.
I just think, at least where I'm at now, I like to feel like things are mutual. So like, you could be pretty. That don't mean that we are like interested in each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but is it worth?
if she's interested, off rip, like that's what she's reaching out. Hey, I'm interested. Are you single? Like, it's just like, oh my god, right away. Like,
Is it worth?
damn.
Is it worth you like seeing if you interested in her?
No, for what?
No,
I'm
like
cool.
so if she offer you her number, you automatically like, nah, I don't want that.
I would just like to be interested in it, if that makes sense. No?
I get it.
Like, if a guy woke up to you and just be like, yo, here's my number. I think you're beautiful. Here's my number. Like,
Yeah, I get what
It's
you're saying.
like-
Yeah,
You're coming on too strong.
Yeah.
it's like right away. Like, boom. Like, the first question should not be, hey, are you single? Like, I don't like that.
But you don't think that she's asking because she wants to make sure that she's not
No,
overstepping boundaries?
I hear that part, but it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe just ease me into it a little bit, because,
Ease me
you know what I'm
into it.
saying? Like,
Because some people don't want to entertain someone, and then all of a
No,
sudden
I-
when they ask you the question,
agree.
they're like, I got a shorty, and then
no,
they're
I
like,
agree.
ugh, I just wasted my
get you.
time.
But for me, I don't know, I like things to be mutual. This is why social media don't really, like, tickle my fancy, because it's like, I like to be in a room with a person, kind of like, we kind of just vibe. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. And it's like, oh, wow, like, you give me good vibes, or I feel good around you, or like, you funny or whatever, but it's like just hitting me out the gate. Boom, what's up? Are you single? It's like I get anxiety.
One thing I
Relax.
hate, and I mean hate with a capital H, is if I'm out, like in a club or in a bar, in a lounge, that type of atmosphere, and you speaking to a woman, and a woman gotta like, and she come out and ask you like off the back, like, are you gonna buy me a drink? I hate that.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Continue.
Huh?
I'm so glad you brought that up, but continue.
Wait, why?
No, I want him to finish.
Go ahead.
I hate that because I feel like if we're talking and I'm the type that like I'm gonna buy drinks anyway, so let me offer you. I'd be like, yo, you want something to drink? Do you need whatever? Like I'm gonna offer you. But if you're doing that and you just come out the blue, in my mind it's like, yo, you just like out here trying to get niggas for free drinks. Like I already know you're gonna be talking to a few different niggas, which as you should. I'm saying, but like you're not just about to try to get drunk off of my dime. Like that's the energy it kind of give me in my mind. But I want to hear what you was about to say.
So if you're in a club, I mean you specifically. So if you're in a party and you're talking to a girl at a bar and you're trying to like, you're interested in her, she's beautiful, and you're trying to get her number, and she's just like, so you're not gonna get me a drink. Like you would not entertain her beyond that point.
Nope. I'm
but
over
you're
it.
interested in her.
So what? I'm over it now.
Okay. So boom.
No, I'm dead ass. I'm over it. There's a lot of girls in the club. I'm cool.
But you're interested in her.
I thought I was. I changed my
You
mind.
salty. You a really cheap nigga too.
I'm really not cheap, but like I feel like you shouldn't have
cheap
to
vibe.
ask me like I'm gonna offer you a drink. I'm gonna make sure you straight. Like
So
I'm
how
gonna offer
long?
you a drink.
Why do you think why she got to the point where she got to ask you? Because obviously
I
you was there
just
for a
don't like
little-
hearing the women ask me like off the rip, like as if our communication gotta come with me buying you a drink. Like no, I wanna offer you a drink, but like you don't gotta like just come out of nowhere and be asking
It's
me.
almost like
It's a social contract. You should lubricate her throat before you even ask her a question.
Nah, fuck that. Then you don't gotta talk to me.
Listen, I would never.
I would tell the female that you don't gotta talk to me. Go somewhere else. Fuck it.
Listen,
I'm okay.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even answer the question regarding a time before a guy like asked me anything.
So he has to offer you a drink.
Like, absolutely not. He has to purchase me a bottle before he asks me anything.
All right, now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Women are beautiful. I love y'all. I advocate for women all the time.
And that's the reason why I be like, yo, I then.
But bottles in the club are very expensive, and I don't even drink alcohol. So like, that'd be very, very, very like offensive to me.
Why would that be offensive?
For me to have to buy you a bottle of alcohol.
But my thing is,
have a
I
conversation?
don't. If we're in, I know how I move. So if I'm in a party, like I don't even go out like that anymore. So if I'm in a party, I'm in a section. So if you pushing through to get to my section, like you already did a lot. So you already like.
So wait, whose section you in? It's yours.
I'm in my section.
So you already got a bottle.
But if you already got to my section, you already pushed past the bouncer. You already knocked over 3 of my friends. So you already did the most.
So I already put the effort in. You might as well have a
So you
conversation
already,
with
like-
me.
What you can do is have a conversation.
Because now it's literally on some like, are you on my level and above?
Exactly.
That's what it is.
See, I understand that, but I don't want to play them kind of games.
But
Not gonna lie.
you can't compare.
Don't bite off more.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I ain't even gonna. If that's the game I'm met with, enjoy the rest of your night, love.
Yeah.
Enjoy
But
the
are
rest of
you
your
on my
night.
level? I think that's.
The hierarchy of the club is crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very crazy.
I don't agree with the "are you on my level" part.
But
It is
it's
what it is, though.
not so harshly, because I don't want you to feel like, but it's like a person want to see like where you're at, like a lot of the time when they do stuff like
So
that.
if I don't buy you a bottle, that's not meeting you where you at.
A drink is cool. Like a
No,
bottle?
but you're coming into her section, right? Honestly,
Me,
like you have to
I'm
understand
not coming
something.
in nobody's section.
No,
first
but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, but
I will wait till she walk to the bathroom or some shit, or wait till some. I'm not. No, for real, because in my mind, first of all, in my mind, I'm not even gonna think it's her section. I'm gonna think it's some nigga section, some other shit.
but say
I'm
if it's all
definitely
girls.
there.
No, but say if there's no niggas in there, it's all girls. Which you,
I'm
which
still
you
not
think?
doing that. I'm still not walking into nobody's section. I'm not doing that. I just feel like I'm like you got walking somebody's. Nah, I'm not doing that.
But that's
I'll wait.
important to date or to pursue within your bandwidth. And that's okay. Like, because otherwise you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because why pursue a girl that you know you can't maintain?
That's not necessarily true though.
What's
See,
not true?
I used to think that way, right? And then I realized that like you don't know until you actually like speak or see what's going on with that person. Because in your mind, you might think she might be a little bit out your league, and then in reality, same thing I might be thinking she out my league. There's another nigga treating her like shit. That's like, bitch, you ain't nothing.
Cause he got money?
Like, no, but not even just about cause he got money. It's not even just always about money. Like,
Yes,
I've realized, but most of the time it be about money, but I've realized though, like, somebody being out your league is like all in your mind. I think that's everything is not even just that, like anybody's attainable, regardless to who it is. You just gotta figure out a way how to get to them, however you trying to get to them. But like anybody could be on anybody's league,
agree with that.
especially in dating.
Because it also depends on mentally where they are. I also feel that. Because like you could be a person that has money, but sometimes money doesn't matter to you so much because you dealt with so many people that had money that treated you a certain way, so now you want something different. So now Via's coming in, being that different person, and he could possibly get a chance. So I get what you're coming from.
You just never know. You might meet that person at that right time. And that person might be more receptive than they probably would have been, you know, any other time. So you just never know.
I don't disagree with that to an extent because I, for a brief period, dated a man that wasn't able to meet me where I was financially. And his insecurity, we dated very briefly because he knew like there were times when I wanted to like randomly pick up. I'm like, I want to go to St. Martin, and he couldn't do it. And he felt like I was just doing whatever. And I'm like, it wasn't the case, but I'm just like, I want to go. Like, I want to go. Like, I want to travel, and I want to do this, and I want to go here, and I want to, because I could. And
now, I got a question for that. Do you treat your girlfriend, and like, I'm not talking about her personally, but like, if it's a woman now you dating, do you have them same standards for the woman that you dating?
Absolutely. 100%.
Because I feel like sometimes that standard be because
question. I'm not gonna
that
lie.
standard be for a man because it's just
I had a feeling you were gonna say gender roles.
I'm just
That's
saying.
a good question though. That's a good thought. I never thought about that.
Like I get what he's saying, but you're
Because in
only
your
asking
mind,
that
like
because
you could just be really attracted to this woman, you date the woman, you're not gonna hold that.
Because like, who's the
woman?
nigga?
But why does it have to be
standard.
like that?
Yeah.
Because
So why does it have to be like?
No, because
matter of fact,
the reason why I'm saying that is
it has to be
because
that
like
for us.
even when I'm in a relationship with a man, I don't like when it comes to finances, I don't see gender roles. Like you do for me, I do for you. So why is
sounds
it?
good.
No, it's not that. I've actually experienced it.
No, not for you personally. I'm just saying that sounds
The
good.
idea sounds good, but it don't really be like that for a lot of situations.
Also,
You'd be surprised.
I think we get tricked by social media.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
And I don't like saying shit like this, but like real women are like that.
Yeah, they come out of pocket. Like,
Especially women that like you, bro.
I'm
like,
not saying
Yeah.
they don't, but I'm talking about in the beginning of like holding that person to that standard. What she said was holding that guy to like a financial standard. You gotta meet me where I'm at. That's a standard.
Yeah, but
right?
to your point, she tried it. She tried and she met him where he was at. His insecurity is probably what? Was it his insecurity or was it the lack of...
It was his insecurities, and he felt like I was able to do certain things that he couldn't, so he felt like I was cheating, and I wasn't. It was just like, I'm not waiting around for you.
So you out.
So you would just go to the same one without him?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I ain't gonna lie, I think you cheated
Like, I'm
too.
not going to keep paying for you. Like, you're not my kid. Like, you gotta do better.
You not my kid. See, Dan, I ain't gonna lie. That kind of shit.
That touched me just now, just hearing it. It's not
Yo,
even
I'm
about
not
me.
gonna lie to you.
You were
Like,
gonna say that.
that shit have touched my soul.
And let me tell you, so I put up on my stories the other day. Well, no, yesterday, or was it yesterday before yesterday? I don't know. I put, in life, I feel like it's literally God and then money. And then everything else fall after that. And for reasons like that, or what she just said, because I know family is important, right? Friendships is important, just relationships in general. But I feel like all that could either be broken or mended with some money.
I think I say it all the time. Money buys happiness.
It does.
I don't care what nobody tell you. Money buys happiness.
But you know what's so crazy? I don't know if you guys seen this video that's been circulating around social media where there was a guy asking somebody about their values. And of course people say money, but then he said, but if somebody were to say, I'll kill your mother right now or give you $1 million, what are you gonna choose? And you choose, like, but he was going back and forth.
Like that.
No, but he was going back and forth saying, but if I did this, would you take the $1 million? And he kept on saying no. He goes, so money really isn't as valuable as you think it is. So I think what you're saying is incorrect.
It's still pretty high.
It still is.
I'm not saying that it's not on the list.
I would ask my mom, like, yo, what you think?
What?
No, I'm playing. I'm joking.
I couldn't hear
Yo, what you think?
know-
What you think? Nigga said it's $1 million, like.
You know why money is still that high?
I'm not saying it's not.
Because regardless to how much people say, when they're in that real situation, you'll be surprised to how many people really would give up their mom or their
You know what I'm saying?
person
For some money.
For some,
real?
I'm talking about some life-changing money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Needs to give up a lot of things for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cause you think about it, you getting it right there. It's free. It's easy. Like you don't gotta do no work.
It ain't free,
What
but
it costs is crazy. But what I'm saying is, if you do that for versus the work that it would take to get that, people would take the easy route, depending on what's on the other side.
you're talking about where they say the average salary for most working people is like about 40, 50,000. Like, and now you get an opportunity to touch millions.
At one time, all you gotta do is what?
So you telling me?
Come on.
Nah, but that guilt though kills you. I'm telling you,
Nah,
like
it depends. Something like slap your mom. I have to talk to her real quick.
I'm not talking to her at all because I want it to really be believable. Shit on my mom's. You bugging out.
You smack your mom?
For $1 million. I might smack my mom for 500,000.
nah, money rules you too
You
much.
bugging. It don't rule me, but it's
Nah.
like, yo, she gonna be okay. You dead ass. Easy 500.
It was some
Yeah.
shit I saw where they said,
I'll
would
whoop
you
my
would
ass
you
after.
would you do that same thing to a baby?
A baby.
Yeah.
You would smack a baby?
Yo.
Tap?
Yeah, like
No,
come
not
on,
no
stupid.
tap. It got to be like a.
You gotta knock a baby
they didn't
out.
say that.
They
Literally,
ain't-
the baby can die from that. Like,
All right, I'm not gonna kill a baby,
You're not gonna
but
murder a baby.
come
but-
on, I'm smacking that little kid. Come here, baby. Come on, bow. And then hold this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy something for you, but set you up real nice.
the trauma that the child is gonna go
That
through.
baby not gonna remember shit.
Yeah.
You think so? Your subconscious mind is always recording.
That baby not gonna remember that
Okay.
they got slapped at birth.
Okay.
Slap that bird.
Okay.
All these
The
little niggas
subconscious
get
mind
slapped.
is no. The subconscious mind is
that
real.
All these little kids get slapped. They be
Nah.
alright.
Crazy.
Nah.
I do
Y'all
think people do
wildin'.
some wild shit for money though, for sure.
People literally.
Fear factor. Look, he's eating rat balls and shit like that.
I'm screaming. But
Fear factor?
I do hold my female partners to the same standard, and because I date beautiful women, I think it's easier to hold women to that standard because not for nothing, I feel like women are bossing up so much more than men these days.
Very true.
And the second thing is like not for nothing, it's also a little bit easier for women, beautiful women, to get money. Like pretty privilege is a real thing.
It is.
Please talk about it. It is.
Pretty privilege
Very much
is a lovely thing, and not for nothing. She could get dressed up and go to a party, and she could go to a party. Not that she does, but I'm saying she can go to a party with $5 and
Y'all
sit
can
at
go.
a bar.
Y'all can leave the house with no money.
That's
First
what
of
I'm
all.
saying. No, but she could.
Yeah, we had
she
this
can go to
conversation.
Like
she
literally.
She can get dressed up and go to a party with $5 in her bag, and all she gotta do is sit at a bar, and then she can come back home with $1,000 in her bag and gotta do nothing but sit at the bar. Because
Yeah.
pretty privilege is
I
very
agree to
real.
that. That's fucked up though.
It
But
is
I agree.
fucked up because
That's
we don't
fucked up.
get that.
That's not true.
What?
Men who are super handsome get away with a lot of things as well.
Get away
No,
with a lot
niggas
of
get
things.
away with shit and coming home with
come home with
$1,000
$1,000
is two different
What are you
things.
And
talking
leaving the
about?
house with no money
there's
is
girls
not a
that-
real
there's-
thing.
There's girls that trick on men also.
No, absolutely.
Where they at?
Absolutely.
What do you
No,
mean,
no,
where they
no.
at?
There is.
I mean,
What
what
is?
does that say about yourself then?
What does that say about me?
I'm just joking.
No, I'm just asking. What did that say about? I wouldn't feel bad about that shit at all.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to.
I deserve it.
So I'm real close. They got a show right now on BT called All the Queen's Men.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
It's with Eva Marcel.
Okay.
And it's a Tyler Perry show. And a few of the cast members is like my guys, my dudes. I fuck with them in Atlanta. And yeah, what she's saying is 1,000% correct. There is definitely women who, I'm talking about cash out.
And especially if they're in
Cash
Atlanta,
Oh
out.
yes,
the
Atlanta is
scarcity
Mecca
of
for
men
y'all.
who are straight,
Mecca?
whatever.
Mecca.
They I don't know about all that.
What?
What you mean?
In Atlanta, you can get some pussy.
Atlanta? You go
But
to
that's
Atlanta?
about it.
Women will be like, "What you want?"
Hell
Yeah.
no, that's absolutely not true.
What? You're bugging out.
You in the wrong
I
Atlanta?
can test to lie.
I'm in the right. I'm telling you, you can always catch somebody. Yes, I agree, but
Your standards are too low.
no.
All you taking is the pussy. That's why.
No. What I'm saying is, in Atlanta, this shit is like the land of like fucking Sodom and Gomorrah. Like everything, like it's highly like sexual in Atlanta. But you might get some women who cash out. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't, but it's not like, it's more of a city of like women think that they deserve to be cashed out on versus the other way around.
Her and I both know a young man who lives in New York now that just opened another restaurant because of a person in Atlanta who has been cashing out on him for quite some time.
No. Granted, you could find one.
There's not just
but
one.
it ain't a lot of them running around in
Because there's
Atlanta.
not that many straight men in Atlanta. So
Yeah.
if you a straight black man and you look good, you go to Atlanta,
Yep.
they gonna come running.
Yep.
I don't.
Especially if you got that big ass glizzy, they
Niggas
will
gotta go
come
set up
running.
shop in Atlanta, bro.
I don't. That ain't. Yes, I understand. I feel like the Atlanta gay scene is the same as New York. I feel like it's high in New York, it's high in Atlanta. It's the same shit. It's gay people everywhere, but I think it's equivalent.
Nah, ain't no way.
Nah, it's not.
I think it's equivalent. When I hear people say that. Like, I live in Atlanta, by the way, right? So, like, I go out a lot.
With a lot of gay people?
No. I go out just in general.
You got a lot of influence in the Atlanta gay scene.
What? No. But that's what I'm saying. It's equivalent to New York. Like, the same way you could go somewhere and it be gay areas, same way here. Like, it's no different. It's like equivalent.
You got your ears to the Atlanta gay scene?
No.
They be talking to you?
See, she asking me
How to progress?
questions.
Look, I mean,
Not at
that
all.
shit you said in the beginning about
Not at all.
you're coming to Jesus moment.
My coming to Jesus moment.
We didn't know where it was going, so.
Like I said, no.
Are you really tuned into like the LGBT press out there?
No.
So how do you know the equivalency?
I just know from like seeing what I see in Atlanta and seeing what I see in New York.
In the gay scenes?
And it ain't like the way people make it seem like every nigga you turn around is just gay. Like, and that's not necessarily true. Every nigga you turn around ain't just gay in Atlanta. It's the same thing here.
And you know that because what?
That's just not true. That's like saying every nigga in New York has a very high population of gay people.
How do you know that?
Because it just does. First of all, just in numbers, we're like the number 2 and number 3 state. No. And just numbers speaking, we're like the number 2 and number 3 state just in population.
Where these numbers
Where are you
at?
gathering these statistics from?
I don't know where these numbers at. I just want to know.
Y'all don't understand.
I'm about
like,
to Google it.
And Google it.
Top
Google it.
gay
And
states.
No. Listen.
population.
I said in population. You're not listening.
In
He might be
population
correct, yeah.
of
Population.
Out of the
amount
states,
of
he might be.
people. So like, if we're like in 19 million people, something around there, right? You got New York, you got California, and you got, I believe, Texas.
says-
Those like the top 3.
Yeah, California's first, Texas second,
And New York
third.
third. I know these things. So now, just in population alone, you gotta know that like if we have
Is there
some
like
of
a
the
census?
most. Yeah, of course there's a census.
Forget.
But I think the city.
They
of
got
New York-
census for everything, bro.
Yeah.
There's a census for everything. They recording everything.
Damn.
Everything being recorded.
So I'm just trying to have a synopsis of what you're saying here. So I'm just trying to like
That's
just
fine.
tie it all
Ask me
in.
whatever you need to ask me.
So, and I want to clarify. So you're saying that the Atlanta gay scene is very closely tied in numbers to the New York gay scene.
I'm just saying the way people make it seem as if,
Like on the surface?
yeah, every other nigga you turn around when you go to Atlanta is gay. Like, so I moved there about almost 2 years ago, right? And the first thing people be like, oh, I'm pretty sure you just be out here wilding with all the females because you straight, there's nothing but gay niggas out there. Like, that's not necessarily true. Yeah, it's gay niggas there. Don't get me wrong, but the way they make it seem, it is Atlanta's infested with just gay niggas.
Infested is crazy.
Not the way.
Okay, because you know what it is also.
That's
There's
the
a
way
lot-
it make it seem.
Because there's a lot of
Yo.
down low men out there. So because you already know the percentage that are gay, but then you don't know who's not.
What the fuck
That
is it
may
about
be.
Atlanta?
I don't know.
That's
bro.
just like the spot, I guess, like where people, I don't know.
I don't
really
know.
want to.
But you think the equivalency to Atlanta is pretty much the same as here?
I think in New York City, there's a lot of that same shit going on in Atlanta.
So
In
you
New York
think
City.
New York has more of the same as
Shit is about the same to me.
okay. I love that you're such like an advocacy of like the LGBT. I love that.
Yeah, listen, you can say what you want. You could try to tie in whatever you want.
Niggas own it. It's okay.
It's okay. That's amazing.
No, it's not. It's not okay.
It's not okay to be an advocate?
No. I'm not an advocate
You're not
because
an
I'm
advocate.
not gay.
Oh my god.
You're not an advocate.
No, I'm not
This
an
is going
advocate.
left.
You're not an advocate.
Do y'all
I'm
watch,
not an advocate.
So you're
Law
saying
and
you're
Order?
not an advocate.
I'm not against it,
stop
but I'm also
talking.
not an advocate.
Stop.
No.
Vi, stop talking. 'Cause she's-
No.
So you're not an advocate of the LGBT.
I'm not against
you
it, but
no,
I'm not. Being
do
an
you-
advocate to me in my mind is like, it's like I'm not gonna
That's your
go.
life's work.
Yeah, like that's not my.
That's not
I'm
what
not
it means.
against
That's-
it either, though.
No, but that's not what it means. You are an advocate.
Oh, but whatever it is, I'm not against it.
That means you are an
I just
advocate.
know I'm not against it.
That means you,
I just know I'm not against
Yes,
it.
that means you are an
That's it.
advocate.
Oh well, whatever that is, whatever.
You just said pretty women together is a beautiful thing.
It
Bro,
is.
you're an advocate, bro.
It is.
all
Okay,
right.
then I'm an advocate then. Okay. If that's how I want to put it,
Vi is so mad.
then okay.
You're panicking right now.
For real.
I ain't panicking. I'm just telling you, I ain't.
I'm an
The way,
advocate.
no. Because the way she putting it is like,
Nigga
it's
said,
like
I'm gay now too. No, I'm not.
the way she putting it is a little different to me.
How did I put it? I simply said you're an advocate.
Okay, whatever you say. It's cool.
It's all right, Vi. We not judge. Well,
We're
we
all
don't judge
friends
here.
here. This is
Yes,
a
I do.
judgment-free zone.
We do.
Niggas say what you said. Niggas judge.
We judge here just a little,
Yeah, I
just
do.
a little bit. At least
A
when
lot
niggas
of
leave.
it.
At least when niggas leave, we definitely judge.
At least when niggas leave.
Y'all mad fake.
Nah, we judge
Say
people
it
to
to
their
people's
face.
face. Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
I say it in people's face.
Oh, we know.
It don't matter.
You know, it's funny because at the beginning of when we first started talking, I don't remember if it was you or Kev that was just like, oh, the LGBT community. So they like y'all be rolling heavy or y'all support heavy, something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
You know,
facts.
it's funny that you said that because I feel like, personally, from what I've seen, especially during like, remember when like all those riots and stuff were happening to like 2020 and 2021? I feel like whenever stuff has happened, like politically and socially, the LGBT community definitely goes super hard for the LGBT, and that's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I have never seen the LGBT community support anyone outside of their community. And I say that to say, like, when stuff happens for Black people support Black people. Black women support everyone.
That is true.
Black women support the LGBT. Black women support Black men. Black women support
Y'all tired as hell.
Asians. Black women support everybody. That doesn't really happen. That's why, like, when people are like, "Oh, y'all are gay," and that's why, I personally don't take on that title because I'm just like, as a Black woman, I align myself with the Black woman, and that's pretty much it. Like, I like women, I like men, but that whole LGBT, I'm like, they don't really. You know what I'm saying, like, if something were to happen with me, like, I don't see the LGBT. I'm like, yes, like, let's go support them. Like, that's not a real thing. Like, at the end of the day, I'm blackity, 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 black, and that's who I know at the end of the day would support me. Is just
That's
Black
interesting.
women.
That's an interesting ass take from being there in there.
Like, if I was beat up on the streets today, you know who would come rally around me? A bunch of black ass
people,
women.
yeah.
Not even Black men.
That's true.
I don't know.
No,
Okay.
she's right. She's right.
I feel like that's not true because, or maybe the number of, you know what I'm saying, like the support that would come from it might be different, right?
So
but I think Black men support Black women.
Black men support as long as their penis can be involved. And I say that because
All right, see-
it's
No,
true.
no. And to
It's-
to go by her standpoint, not to cut you off, but Vi is an advocate because he sexualizes women. and that involves his penis. But
No,
go ahead,
no,
go ahead with what you were saying.
No. Let me make something very clear.
No, Stacey, go.
Let me make something very clear. Everything is not surrounded around my penis.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm just saying,
I'm
so
talking about-
you can stand up and do whatever for people without it being sexualized.
He just like
Just
two women together.
I'm just saying, two women, when I'm looking at that, like visually, yes. I'm looking at that in a sexual manner, but continue.
God forbid, her and I were out together and something happened. Something bad happened between one of us, and it became like a huge public thing. the sentiment that would come from black men traditionally would be like, you know, if they just had a man with them, if she was just a nice married woman and was just dating a man, the man would have went in and he would have protected her, and then none of that would have happened. That would have been the sentiment from black men. White men wouldn't give a fuck because that's not their fight. Black women wouldn't be like, this is unacceptable. We have to find this person that did it to them, and they would have went hard, and they would have tore up social media and make sure that this would have came to justice. White women, that's not their fight. They don't really care. They would have maybe posted some shit and reposted, and that would have been the extent of their involvement in it. But black women, they would have fought hard, and they would have done the absolute most.
So what would it look like for black men to be supportive? Because I feel like we here, but obviously it's not to a degree where it's enough, right? So like, what would it look like?
It's not their fight. Black men's fight are like black men support black men. Like that's what they're concerned with. Like as a if I was dating a black man, then it would be their fight because they surround black men. But as a black woman who's dating a black woman, like
y'all really don't feel like black men support y'all.
No.
Damn.
It's hard though.
That's a very like tough.
Especially on social media, like there's so much like rapes and like killings of like boyfriends and husbands killing their wives because of like whatever. Like, there's so much of it on like the news. It's ridiculous.
So help me understand this. Y'all don't think that women kill a man? Y'all don't think that women do?
But that's not the argument.
That's not what we're saying.
That's not the discussion right now.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask everybody a question.
Protect black women is a real thing, and I think
no, it's a real thing. But so she brought something up about like people standing up for certain things, and certain things is not your fight, right? Now, it's a whole thing right now with the, you know, a certain somebody wore a White Lives Matter shirt, right? Being a black man. Now, in my mind, of course we know White Lives Matter, right? Every life matters, right? But now, does that make him wrong for wearing that? The fact that he's not white? And the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because now, when you say as like a black woman or whatever, whoever fight it is, like in your mind, like, does it make it like wrong if somebody be like, well, you know what? That's not my fight. I'm leaving that shit right there. Where's that?
Listen, that young man has billionaire problems. I have no stake in that. I can't get into the lives of billionaires.
I mean, well, I'm only asking on a surface level.
On a surface level, I think that shit is stupid. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But why do you think it's stupid?
Because our people been like suppressed like for too long.
Even if I ignore like being suppressed, if I ignore slavery ever happening, I just don't see the benefit. Like even on a very, very surface level of what is that T-shirt that you wearing on your big ass platform as the person that you are doing for black people?
So it would be different if he didn't have a big platform.
Yeah,
I just think in general, I'm just saying, but where's the benefit?
Yeah, his influence is too great for what he's doing. Like,
yeah, like where's the benefit?
He knows his influence is great, and he's like forcefully putting that out there. Like Kanye, he's adored, and he knows what he's doing, and he's putting that out there. But like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I just don't see the benefit. And then people like when you try to twist it, like, yo, what if he was trying to do it to like trick white people? And
I mean, I don't know what's his reasoning.
Like,
I don't know what's his reasoning, but I only asked that to ask because because I'm thinking like when you say black women support everything, but don't, pretty much what you're saying is they don't get no support back in return, right? And it's like I don't fully agree, right? I do believe that I think us as black people in general, like, cause y'all feel one way, and I'm pretty sure y'all got things to back it up, but us as black men feel some of the same ways.
Oh, I'm not saying that you guys don't.
No, I'm just saying I feel like we could also bring examples to back up our feelings. And I just think at this point, it's not even just like a black woman or black man thing. I just think it's a black people thing as a whole. I think black people as a whole, we're at like the bottom of the barrel of support. as a whole. Because, like, we both could show different cases of, like, reasons of why we... You want some?
No, yeah.
Why?
You just give it to me.
Why? I
Keep talking. Give me the.
You want to hold my trail mix? Like, you want
that
to...
shit in the mic, bro.
In the mic? Oh.
Yes, nigga.
So like, I feel like as people, as a race, like, we both got things that support our argument.
I don't disagree that black people in general are marginalized, but I wholeheartedly believe that black women have that double degradation on them. Like, we always have that on us. Like, not only are we black, but we're also women. So we have that fight twice.
I do think when black women carry a lot more, like, our shit is just finances. Like, what are we either gonna be a bum or we gonna try to be successful, right? I think they carry a lot more shit. Like, some do happen to one of us, some happen to a kid, some happen to parents, grandparents. Like, the black woman, I don't know. I had a question the other day. Do black men value relationships, like, with black women? And I thought that was an interesting question because a lot of the women said no. Like they've dated outside of their race type shit, and it's just like if they had to compare the interactions, like, black men don't value, like, them.
Yeah,
they don't feel like black men value.
Because a lot of conversations when I have with, like, other black men and they've dated outside their race, black women are always at the bottom of the totem pole when they talk about characteristics and, like, or sexually, like, everything's like, oh, a white girl will do this, a Spanish girl will do that, but not a black woman. Or a white girl is, like, subservient and a Spanish girl super loyal, but a black girl has an attitude and she's super aggressive. Like, it's always, like, we're always at the bottom of the totem pole with a lot of the conversations, which is aggravating because not only myself, but I'm surrounded by black women who support their man, who's, like, super loyal to their man, who, like, speaks life into the person that they're with. So in my mind, I'm like, who are you experiencing?
So that goes to why I say Kanye's, he's too big for that, to be doing shit like that, because then we get clouded by where the message is coming from. And that's why I say, like, I do think black men support women, right? But then it's just like, where's the voice of that support coming from? Because we get tricked by the niggas that do got the big voice that's saying nothing. Yeah. Or saying the shit that's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? And then it's like, the niggas that are on the front line or the niggas that do support, it's kind of like, I don't really hear that, because what I hear is white lives matter from a nigga that's too important to our culture. You know what I'm saying? So I do think we here for sure. Like, I 100% think we here. Like, I was raised by my mother. I met my dad one time my whole life. So, like, even as much as, like, even in music or the kind of music we listen to or whatever, like, it's a little raunchy and it's a little, like, wild, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, I love the women that I'm around. I make sure of, like, certain things as far as, like, my mom, my nieces, my family, like, everybody, any woman that's been around me, I'm just like, I want to make sure she's good, she's comfortable, she feels safe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I roll with niggas like that too, you know what I mean? So, like, how do we make our voice louder?
That's what I was about to ask you. Like,
like that,
what do y'all women think that's necessary for that us men could do to change that narrative?
I think there's such a long way to go. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, and I'm looking at this from a very wide lens, black men really only had to fight for civil rights once. Like, there was a civil rights war that black men fought once. As black women, we had that civil rights fight, right? And then we had to kind of shuck on over and then do the suffrage. We had to do the whole suffrage movement, right? So then you look at somebody like Rosa Parks, who we were watching that movie the other day, and there's a lot of people that don't know that after Rosa Parks did her whole "let me sit on the bus" thing, which wasn't the first thing she did, it was just the most media gained attention. She lived in poverty for 30 years. For 30 years.
I never knew that. While
Martin Luther King, who wasn't the leader of that whole movement, he was just the man who took all the attention away from her. And Rosa Parks lived in absolute destitution and lost her house and could barely afford to eat, while Martin Luther King, who was just a preacher, he was relatively unknown, gained all that attention because of Rosa Parks, and she could barely afford to eat food, and she was still going to all of the public events that Martin Luther King was going to. Martin Luther King was, like, she was raising money for Martin Luther King, like, thousands of dollars, and he was living quite well. He never offered her any money. They were good friends. And she was too prideful to ask him, like, hey, like, you want to give me a job? You want to give me some money? Like, nothing. But he always, like, considered her a good friend, even while she was, like, living, I think she was living, like, at the bottom of a warehouse with her husband, and she was really, really sick. Anyway, 30 years she lived like that. And it wasn't until she was in her 50s where she met this younger guy who was, like, a political official, and he offered her a job in health insurance. And he was like, you've been a civil rights leader for 30 years. You're 52. Why is this your first actual paid position? Like, you know Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, like, all these, like, these big wigs. Like, why is this your first job? And she was basically like, you know, they invite me to all these events, and I just stand up and wave. Like, that's all that I do. But it was the fact that she was the woman. Like, and that was purely it.
Damn, I don't got no argument for that.
So I don't know that full story. I never seen that. I don't know the full story. But what I do know is that do you blame, let's just say, Martin Luther King?
No.
You blame them for her not being able to, like, live the way she probably could have lived? Like, do you blame the men for her situation?
I do think the awareness should have been different.
No, I think she was playing her role in polite society at the time. That was what she was expected to do. She was expected to be quiet and to follow certain rules. Like,
and
that's,
wave.
Yeah, that was expected of her, and she acted accordingly. You know, that I think she was following the rules. Like, she was nice and she was polite and she lived according to what was, you know, what they wanted her to do. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in her benefit because most people just know Rosa Parks from sitting on that bus. And that was honestly one of the least impressive things that she did. Like, the Montgomery bus boycott was probably the most impressive thing that she did. And it, like, she created a huge taxi system in Montgomery that I think she ended up having like 22 taxis out there and raised almost like $500,000. At that time, that's fucking impressive.
Yeah, facts.
And people know so little about her. She attended the March on Washington. She organized that. It wasn't Martin Luther King that did that. She did that.
Okay, so I guess the argument is, right, and
First of all,
I
I ain't
guess,
gonna lie, I like where we at right now. But go ahead.
so stemming back to whenever. So the fact that she was black and the fact that she was a woman gave her double trouble. So now, where you think the black woman is today?
I think we've definitely made a lot of progress. I think black women now are way more bold and way more daring and definitely a lot more educated, which allows us to have, you know, a voice in things that we wouldn't have had before. And I think one of the greatest things that we can do is just to keep going, like, keep owning businesses and keep, you know, honestly waiting to have kids and just traveling and exploring and just doing everything. And that's what, like, I tell her, like, she's young, like, she's 24. Like, do everything. Like, do it all. Like, have all of the fun. Like, have a wild life and then do it again. Like, do everything. Make all of the money. Like, do everything. And just, like, you're a woman. Use that power to bring the world to its knees because you absolutely can.
You don't think that the fact that women economically have grown like tremendously. I know a lot of women out here is making really good money for themselves, which is I always applaud. But at the same time, though, I do see different effects of it, right? Like, households ain't the same as they used to be.
What you mean by that?
Well, the idea of the different types of unions, and I'm only going to say in a heterosexual situation, the man and woman coming together, and the idea of the home, of how it was from we knew growing up versus to what it is now. I think the effects came because of women started making a lot more money, and women started moving more. I hate to say like the independent, because I think every person should have their be their own self, right? But I do believe that like the more money you make, it definitely make you move a little bit differently. So like for example, the same thing that a woman would have like been cool with being in that home, now she's making money, right? So like
Somebody else got to do this shit.
she might not want to stay home and just raise the kids. I'm saying she might not want to be in the crib and make sure you got a cooked meal and your bath water is ready for you when you come home. Like,
I mean, it's hard. Imagine having to go 9 to 5 making money, right? And say you're the breadwinner, to then come home and cook, take care. Like, that's exhaustion. Like, you have no idea. Like, even when you're an at-home mom, it's a lot. People always say it's a job, and people don't believe it, but it's a job having children on its own. So now adding a 9 to 5 to that, and then making sure that your man eats and the family eats, and then making sure that his dick is wet. You get, like, it's a lot to do as a woman. So like now, the frustration comes in when you're the breadwinner and you're looking at him like, so what's up? Because aren't you supposed to lead me? Aren't you supposed to provide for me? Because you're not taking off any load off of me. And it's not to say that everybody thinks like that. It's not to say that every man doesn't provide for like the woman. I'm not saying every person, but in those situations, that's what happens. So it's a lot.
Well, you still wouldn't be a house husband, right?
no.
No, I'm only asking because he said before
No,
like he couldn't deal with a
remember.
woman that makes more money than him.
Why is that though?
No, I could deal with a woman that make more money. I just won't be I still won't be in the crib.
Take care of the kids.
Yeah. I could. She could. I don't. It doesn't bother me that she make more money than me. I'm okay with that. Actually, that would kind of, knowing me, that would definitely push me and inspire me to go harder. Like I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable with just letting it be like that though. And I think that would definitely be one of my reasons why I would have to
would
like
your
go
motivation
figure out.
to switch it to get her back in the house?
No, my motivation would be for me to, at minimum, meet her where she at.
Is it an ego thing, or are you really inspired?
No, that would inspire me. Like that would really inspire me to want to go. See, the idea is like a part of it. It might have to do with a little bit of ego, right?
Thank you for being honest.
For sure.
It might have to do with a little bit of ego, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think like
Facts.
you should want to feel like there's something that's pushing you to do a little bit better in life, right? So I might not have felt that way until I met her, and I see how she moving, and it's like, yo, like I can't just let my girl be the only one out here like making moves. Like if I was the guy that she was dating back then, that situation.
You only gonna leave me off one trip.
What? That's it.
I can't. You
That's
go.
it.
I bet. Go ahead. Go on this
That's
one.
it. If
Say
I
less.
felt like that's how she was moving, like in my mind now, I'm gonna talk to myself. I'm gonna talk to myself in the mirror. Yo, Vi, it's time to.
You gotta up it, bro.
It's only two things that can happen at that point. It's either I up it or I'ma just respectfully just leave out that
Gonna slide,
situation.
yeah.
Because other than that, like, I'm not about to let you, I'm gonna sit there complaining, thinking like, oh, you cheating, you going to St. Martin, right? And each and every time you make a move, well, that's gonna be heavy on my mind.
Wait,
No, fuck
you
out
was
of
in
here.
St. Martin by yourself?
No, I'm with a bunch of girls.
See? Nah,
But
fuck
I invited
And
him.
you ain't cheat?
No, I invited him. He just didn't have the money to go.
So now you ain't cheating?
No,
when you
I
got
really
there?
didn't. And
See?
I wanted him to go. That was the crazy part. Like I really did want him to go.
See, and in my mind,
I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have been losing my shit.
nah, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I say it's a little bit a part of ego,
Yeah,
right?
for
Because I'm not about, first of all, I'm a competitive person just by nature,
Fact.
right? That's just me. Like, so even if I feel like a nigga could do some shit, I ain't even gonna let you even get that. And what? Nigga, don't play with me. Like, if I can't beat you, I'm gonna figure out how. Like, we're not gonna stop this shit until I beat you.
If she would have offered to pay for your ticket, would you have went?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Kevin?
I'm gonna keep it
No,
real.
I'm
I
going.
would have went.
You going?
I'm going. You crazy?
I'm going.
You
course
seem
I'm
like
going.
such a prideful person. Like
No,
you
I'm
wouldn't.
very proud. If my girl, come on.
It's your girl.
It's not like some random
So it's
chick.
it's
If it's my
different. It's
girl,
not
like,
like
yeah.
she gonna be running around and be like, yeah, I paid for this nigga to go on a trip. Like
I ain't gonna
no.
lie. She do some shit like that on the trip.
we breaking up.
I'm staying in my room for the rest of the trip. Like,
No, I'm not gonna.
That's hard.
I'm never fucking with her no more after that. It's clip.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
Over
why
with.
you had to tell people that
That's
for?
mad embarrassing.
Like,
over
OD,
with.
like, yo, come on,
See
nobody
what?
even asked you.
Like yeah, especially if nobody even like nah, never.
Let me tell y'all I paid for this bum ass nigga to be here. Like, yo, all right.
I'll never forget.
See, but then that will fuck me up at home. Like, she on a trip without me. Like, don't go without me.
And that's why
now
I
think you on the trip telling niggas
because after that
couldn't afford to
moment,
be here.
that's why I would have to up
Seriously?
it.
Yo, my pride would be fucking with me. You crazy?
After that, that's why my life would have to I would have to figure some shit out. Like,
Yo.
I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna figure how can I make some more money? What's up? What we doing?
Because
I'm
I'm
gonna have to do
gonna be
something.
at home stressing. Like, I know she telling niggas at the table right now that I couldn't afford to come.
The only time I
fucked up.
had a situation, well, it was like two different situations, but this one time where I ain't gonna front, it kind of like touched my ego, touched my pride a little bit. I was out on a date. Wait, pause. Before I went out on a date, I was with a young lady at her crib, and she wanted to go out. And I told her, like, yo, like, I ain't got no money for all that. Like, I'm not going out nowhere. I don't got no money for that. She was like, all right, fuck it, I'll pay. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, I'll pay. And I was like, all right, cool, then we could go wherever you want to go. Fuck it, I ain't gonna pick shit. Wherever you want to go, that's where we gonna go. Mm-hmm. We went to some place in Harlem, to like some restaurant. They had like comedy night. It was cool. And the bill came. And when the bill came, of course, normally the waiter's gonna give it to the man. Like, just that's just what niggas be doing. Like, they come give it to the man, right? And when he gave me the bill, I was like, she paying, so I just handed it to her.
Right as the waiter was standing there.
Yeah, I
You
handed
didn't
it to
even
her. I ain't even wait. I was like,
No,
here you
that's
go.
gangster. That's gangster. I ain't gonna lie.
I handed it to her. We got into the biggest argument
In that moment,
ever.
or in the car.
No, after we left.
Oh, okay.
We got into like the biggest argument ever. And
Wow.
so that's what I was saying. Why? Like, why? You said you paying. Like, I don't see the problem. But
Was
her
you gonna
thing
give
is
you the
like,
money under the table?
nah, like her thing was, yeah, I told you I'm paying, but you were supposed to just leave it, hold it, whatever, and let like whoever walk away. She felt embarrassed that I handed her
She
the
felt
check.
embarrassed?
Yeah.
No, because like you have to understand, like people always make it seem like the man is the provider. So now
fuck
she's looking
that.
like she's tricking on him.
Whatever.
She dead ass. That's exactly what she said.
That's-
Like, she dead ass
It's
felt
just
embarrassed.
it was her image. That's what it was.
She felt embarrassed. I'm like, you felt embarrassed because it's fucking waiter?
I should be embarrassed.
Like, I'm the one who's. If anybody should be embarrassed, I
It's
said
me.
exactly.
Yeah, that's weird that
She's
she felt
crazy.
embarrassed.
She
yeah.
said she felt embarrassed.
Nah, but
That's
the way that
weird.
you gave it to her, you had no
How you-
shame. That's why she felt embarrassed.
Nah, she just feel like that's boss lady.
That's
like,
bullshit. Like, first of all, I
that's
applaud you for that.
weird.
Yo,
For not
no
even
lie.
waiting. Like,
But you see what she's saying? That's exactly
I'm
how
saying
she felt.
that's how she could have been thinking.
No, but that
I wouldn't
is
have
how
cared.
she. No,
Like,
that's how she felt. Like, we had the biggest argument.
because the way you did it makes me feel like it's cool. Like, it don't make it seem like I can't afford it.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, my baby paying. She said she got this. Hey, you
that's
take
how
that.
I did it.
I don't
and-
know. I feel like knowing VI, he didn't do it like that.
Why? How you think he did it?
I don't know. I feel like he did it like, nah, you good, you got it. Like
Nah,
you did it. I feel like you did it in a
he
way
handed
where
it to me, and I handed it to her. Just like, here you go.
no,
That's
because
how I did it.
I don't know how to
Look,
explain
ain't
it.
no- I think
could-
that's
That's what happened.
Gangster.
She got like really upset, and her whole thing was she
wanted
felt
to pass
like
you the money under the
should have
table.
been waited. I should have waited. Let her put the card on, and then for me to pretty much pick it up and then hand it to the nigga like it's my
It's like
card.
what we were talking about downstairs,
What?
where the guy didn't have any money, and so what she did, she handed him the card or gave him money before in advance. So when it came time for the bill,
You know how
he would
cringy
pay
that
for
would be
it.
for me to sit.
Wait, so wait, why is that cringe? But that's okay.
Because you giving me a. All
That
right,
sounds
so,
like an allowance.
yeah,
No,
like
it's
what the
not.
fuck?
That's
You
not
giving me
weird.
your card, and then
No.
that nigga gonna go open this shit, and it's gonna say Sandra or some
Yeah,
shit like that.
somebody name. Like, what's the
Like,
No,
difference?
not
What the
like
fuck?
that. Not like that. But you guys had the conversation in advance, like, babe, I don't have the money, and she's like, okay, so here, and then you pay for it when you're
I'm
at
not
dinner.
doing that.
But you
To me, that
It's the
to me
same
that was
difference.
stupid as
That
fuck
would make
though.
me feel a little weird. Like,
how? It's the same difference.
no,
I'm
first of
technically
all,
still paying for it.
yeah, but so didn't pay for it.
Then pay.
Just
that
pay
was
for
my
it. Like,
argument.
you-
If you pay for it, then pay
Because
for
now
it.
you're making me feel broke. Like, 'cause now I feel
So then pay for it. That was my
because
whole
like
thing.
it's one thing to say, yo, we gonna go out. Oh, let me take you out, right? As my woman. Like, all right, cool. Like, let's go. And it's another thing to try to like make it a thing, like on your end. Like you trying to make it a
but
thing.
some
like,
people do that because a lot of men have pride with a
I
woman
I don't have that kind of pride.
putting her card out.
I have
so
pride. Like I'm probably the type that's like I don't even want my woman to bring her wallet out the house type shit. But if she's like, yo, I'm taking you out, I'm enjoying that. You crazy?
Fact,
I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of that.
I ain't seen nothing wrong.
No pride issues in that
I swear
area.
to God, I ain't think I did nothing wrong.
You ain't do nothing wrong, King.
And we got into a whole argument, like a whole
That's her loss. She could
argument behind that.
do you guys get that often? Like women paying for you guys?
Nah.
You don't get that often?
Yeah, I was like, I do.
Nah,
I don't get it
maybe
often.
I don't think it's. I don't know if it's about whether I get it often. Like I said, I don't even think to like. I don't leave the room for it to happen. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, like I don't leave the room. Like it's kind of like if something comes up or we go to the store. Like it don't even matter what it is. I just don't even be leaving the room for like her to reach for her shit. Like nah.
But like,
No,
say
but
she,
not even
It
like.
don't matter what it is.
But say she
So
just
what
wants
if like
something
she be
special.
like, yo, I want to take
No,
you
she
out.
want to do
Yeah.
something special. Like I said, I would be very receiving of that. But in general speaking, like if we spend a lot of time together, like that's not even like a real thing for me to like even let her spend money.
I'm trying to think. Most of the time, I definitely spend my money, but that's because that's just who I am, right? I don't have a problem at all with spending money, but I think it's nice when a woman offer, like,
Yeah.
be like, yo, you know what?
But women that like you do that.
True, but then there's some women that like you who still feel like
No.
they should never have to pay for nothing.
No, there
I'm
are some,
telling you.
No,
No.
don't say no, because that is true. There
Bro,
are women that
there
feel
are
like they should
women that
never go
feel
in their
like
pocket.
They should
that's
not go in their
crazy.
pocket.
No, listen to me. Women that like you, women that genuinely like you and really feel for you and have feelings like they're attracted to all of that, like genuinely. Cause like I'm just saying, and this is no shade, but women be even buying shit that niggas don't like. Like they just be buying. Oh my God, I thought you might like these shoelaces, and I thought about you, and it's just like I knew you like orange. Like what?
Yeah.
No, I respect what you're saying because it is true.
It's
But
true,
there are
like-
some women that, regardless of how much they like you, they feel like you're only deserving of something on your birthday
No,
and on holidays.
those I don't.
Some people
really-
are like that.
It is some people that is like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I feel like that's a
definitely-
very small percentage of.
No, I'm not saying you're incorrect. I'm just saying like don't forget about those women that do.
Oh no, I don't even acknowledge them. Those kind of women because like I said,
Acknowledge them. They don't exist.
they don't exist because like I said, I acknowledge the genuine shit. So like if the vibe is there and it's just like it's a super mutual. I already know that we gonna be trying to meet each other all the time.
Yeah. Which is how it has
like
to be.
it's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of people like chasing down one, like the energy is just one way.
You asked
You know what I'm
me
saying?
would I be a stay-at-home dad? Would you?
That's true. He never answered that question.
I don't think I could be.
Why?
I wouldn't mind it because I love my kids. So I was like, I wouldn't mind it. If that makes sense. But like, I don't think I just can't.
You feel like you'd be bored?
No, hell no. My son is. I would never be bored. I just think I have too much things going on in life.
No, I'm saying
at this
let's say
point.
she the breadwinner and she needed you to stay home.
Oh no, I'm staying home, and I'm gonna kill.
You would
I would kill
enjoy
it.
that.
I wouldn't enjoy
Cooking,
it. I
cleaning,
wouldn't enjoy it.
everything.
Well, first I like cleaning. Like I like doing laundry for some
Gosh,
reason.
me too.
I fucking love doing.
People think I'm weird.
I
for
love
that.
washing
Like,
white clothes. That shit is like just white. For some
It's
reason,
like very therapeutic.
yo, I don't know what it is about washing
Laundry
white clothes.
and cooking is very therapeutic for me.
I can't really cook like that though. I have like a few dishes, but laundry though, it's my shit. It's like I need to see like if that white shirt is not the way it is when I bought it, it's not coming home with me.
You throw it away. It's over with.
It's over with. Like I gotta, but I need that. I need to see that shit come. But my bad. I would definitely
You would be a
kill being
stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, I kill that shit.
And not feel any kind of way. Not
No.
feel like she comes home and you feel like
Because for me, it would be a choice.
okay.
It would have to be a choice. Like I'm not being a stay-at-home dad because I can't provide. It's just something you want me to do at this point. I'm being supportive of whatever it is you got going on
Got
at this
it.
point.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I think I'm at a point where I just can't. But, if I had to figure it out, Cam will run this place.
Would you date a man that's making significantly less money than you?
I have. I dated someone who was unemployed because like the money wasn't what I needed. I needed someone that was
unemployment is a temporary situation. I'm talking about like.
No, it's not.
it wasn't
No,
temporary.
it's
It wasn't temporary. Like it.
Nigga, you not technically. You've technically never been employed by nobody but yourself.
Yeah.
Ever.
True, but
So that's a gamble in
me
its
being
own.
unemployed, me not having a quote unquote 9 to 5 is not the same. Because like, yeah, I haven't had a regular job since I was like 22, right?
Yeah, so I think that the security on a woman,
Yeah,
from what a
exactly.
woman's looking at, is like.
But I ain't never
this
had
nigga's
no
a
problem
rapper.
bringing like 90% of the women that I've dated, no, 100% of the women I've dated was not outdoing me in money. So like, I've never had a situation where I met a woman, she was just had all this money. Never in my life.
I don't know, but like to date someone like you, I have to understand what you're doing to understand my security. Because I met somebody who told me that they're an entrepreneur and all that stuff. And then as I was getting to know him, he sold liquor and like drugs. And I was like,
He's an entrepreneur.
no. And then so I was like, so you think like you don't have any other aspirations? Like, are you trying? Do you have goals or anything? And he's like, nah, I'm good. He goes like, when I'm up, I'm up, and when I'm stuck, I'm stuck. And then if I'm stuck, you got me, right? And I was like, I'm good, thank you.
See, but I would be so.
That's so transparent though. Now you can't meet him there.
No, because my thing is like drug and alcohol. That's not security for me.
Everybody needs drugs and alcohol.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not security for me.
Actually, that's actually the wrong outlook to look at, right? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because, this theory has literally been backed up recently during the COVID times. So, liquor is an essential. So it don't matter what's going on in the world. No, I'm being for real. It don't matter what's going on in the world. I don't care if it's a recession. I don't give a fuck what's going on, right? Niggas will always want to drink liquor. Niggas always gonna want to eat some food. And best believe drugs is never going nowhere. Never.
I completely understand what you're saying.
So if you had to really look at it, he actually got more security than a lot of motherfuckers walking around here.
No,
While a lot of
'cause-
niggas was losing their jobs, niggas was still buying liquor.
No, because he admitted that there's times that he's been stuck.
No, of course you're
You know
gonna
what
be
I'm
up,
saying?
but that's any regular business. That's like even owning a studio. You might have downtime seasons, like
But there's a difference.
That happens.
I believe in what that person's doing. I don't believe in what he's doing. Do
That's
you get what I'm
because
saying?
you're
Like,
looking at it as a negative. Now, if you know how to flip it, I say, all right, fuck it, you fuck with the liquor. Let's figure out how a way you can open up a liquor store.
But why he couldn't figure that out on his own?
I mean, sometimes some niggas be so used to the hustle. Sometimes niggas is used to and comfortable with the hustle to where they don't even think to elevate into making
bigger.
shit like
but I did ask
actual
about his
business.
goals, and he didn't have
Said he don't
goals.
got
He
none.
didn't have any
He good
aspirations.
with
So that was like a
He
turn
might
off
not
for me.
had them until you might have kicked him some other knowledge that made him open his
I
mind.
completely understand what you're saying, but if I'm initially asking you about your goals and
Mm-hmm.
you don't have any, I'm sorry, I'm like exiting stage left. Like that's just not gonna happen.
I mean, I feel
Because I have to believe in something. There's something that has to carry me to like
I just
that
always
extra
look at
5
it.
years.
I just always looked at it as right. There has been times to where I ain't have no goals. I ain't know what route I wanted to go in at all. I was just out here,
Freestyling.
just out here, and then
Were you in relationships at that time?
I was actually, and then certain things transpired to where like maybe like someone came to me and showed me, because Kev can even tell you there was times where I do what I do and I didn't even look at that as like a thing. Real talk, until niggas like Kevin Mills, niggas really, it's like, yo, Via, what you mean? What you do, there's somebody out there make that a business and really making money, and here it is me, I
Giving
never
this shit
looked at it as
giving
like
this
that. Like,
shit away for
and this
free.
is a real, like, am I lying, Kev?
Wait, so
Like,
the girl that
we've
you were
had-
with never gave you that advice?
No.
So what was she doing in that situation?
It just, people went, so.
She was a bum.
Nah, she wasn't no bum, but like,
Or you was just tricking on her? Like,
nah. People just, there's certain people that like, look at things and try to show you like, where you could really take it versus just leaving things where it's at. And I feel like now over time I have to look and say, okay, cool. What's the pros from whatever this person is doing, right? Because 9 times out of 10, if a person's doing something illegal, then there's some real legitimate talents that he or she may have, they just not tapping into it. They just using whatever they got for bad when they could be switching and using it for good. So like, you might be a real fashion person, right? You know how to dress. However, you scamming to get these clothes, right? Cool. There are people out here that's dressing people and styling people for a living. Right? So it's different things that you could tap into and say, hey, look, instead of doing it for this and doing this, how about you look into doing this and you can make a really good bag off of it? Instead of just staying in that, all right, you selling liquor and selling drugs. How much money you got? You got 10K, 20K? All right, cool, let's figure out how to open up a liquor store. You know what I'm saying? It might cost a little bit to get the liquor license, but let's figure out what that looks like.
So where's he today?
Selling liquor and selling drugs.
All right.
That's because nobody really probably sat the nigga down and probably opened his mind up to doing something bigger.
Or he was really with, like he said he was good.
You have to understand, I wasn't in his life to be invested to that point. Like I met him, and the initial questions happened, and it's like.
See, that's the thing. I feel like it's always this discussion, especially with. Not for nothing. Black women, where they want us to keep raising these men. Like, but did you give him a chance? And did you sit down with him? Like, he can't sit down by himself. Like, but maybe he wasn't raised.
Y'all gotta understand too, though.
We don't have to understand nothing.
I hate when people say that. Because you gotta understand too, right? Everything in life is a mindset thing, right? So I think everybody's capable. But the fact that everybody don't have the mindset to move how you think they should move, I think that's the difference maker. Because believe it or not, growing up, a lot of men be glorifying all the dumb shit that these older niggas do. So like when niggas is out here running around selling drugs, like you don't know, you just know like, oh, that shit seemed cool, right? You know, these are niggas that's out here getting money, driving the cars, fucking women, and you idolize that, right? So like, you don't really know like, oh shit, these niggas not really being grown men.
See, remember what I said earlier about the messenger?
You don't.
And who's giving it? Because I never idolized.
No, I'm saying a lot of people do though. Like a lot of people do. Now you as an individual, you came up and looked at different things. But a lot of people growing up, especially sound like he a hustler, right? So he has more of the hustle nigga mentality. So not most people like that, they stay in that mentality. Like niggas be, my uncle to this day, nigga about 60, nigga still in hustle man mentality. And like, those things could change. It just takes certain type of people to like help them understand to change. Like some people really don't think. I'm just saying,
and the person I'm talking about, he's in his 40s.
Yeah, so that nigga is.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not. That's not happening.
But all I'm saying to you is, it might be over for him. I'm just saying.
No, it might be over for him. It is over for him.
It might be over for him.
It's clip, bro. Like,
it might be over for him. But I feel like even him, he's still capable of turning on a different switch and realizing like, yo, like I could really turn whoever I am into like opening up a business. And I always feel like hustlers turn into be the best businessmen.
Absolutely right.
So it's your responsibility, Francesca, to raise this.
Let me
finish. It's your responsibility, Francesca, to raise this grown ass man who's selling liquor and drugs, who obviously has never heard of a liquor store or a dispensary, but he can't even buy this young lady at a bar a cup of water, and she's immediately dismissed for asking for a beverage. She's done.
In the words of VI,
you gotta raise this young lady's son. You gotta raise him up. You gotta give him a chance.
In the words of
you gotta deliver him. He has to be delivered. That's now your job to bring him from the streets to a whole new life.
See, if you gonna say it right,
she can't even get a drink.
If you gonna say it right, say she could definitely get a drink from me.
You said you're not even interested because she was thirsty.
I'm not interested after she asked me.
So she can't even ask for a drink if she's dismissed. But she has to provide a whole new life for this grown-ass man.
I mean, you know.
She has to be the SBA for somebody's grown-ass son. She can't even get a cup of ice water.
She could get some water. What you mean?
She's asking for a $14 drink. She has to provide a 14-point business plan.
Ask me for water. She could just get some water.
She has to be the SBA.org. She just wanted a $14 drink.
Nah, see, it's a different. Come on, you connecting the two. And
I'm connecting exactly what you said.
It's a big difference.
Nah, if you was selling drugs and liquor when you met her at the club.
If I was selling drugs or whatever I was doing, right? Still, my answer would be, let me offer you. Let me offer. I'll offer you. I'll make sure you're straight. But I hate when women come and ask me, hey, you, like
women hate when we don't have our shit together.
I mean, well, hey, look, there you go.
So this girl is at the bar. She got a job. She own her own house.
What that
Her
mean?
Range Rover is outside.
She
all
might
she's
not have
asking
all that,
for,
though. Like,
but you didn't even give her a chance. You haven't even given her a chance. This man is telling you, I am a bum, and he's saying, fix him. He's saying, you gotta fix him. Fix him, Francesca.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Not a bum.
I'm not gonna lie though.
He's not a bum.
When I got when I got home and I was telling the situation to my homegirls, they was like, Francesca, are you dead ass? Like they thought he was a bum.
He's not a bum. He's not a bum, no. He's not a bum.
I don't want to call him a bum. He was cool, but it's like
Don't do that.
He's not a
So
bum.
is Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah,
Like, what that mean?
He's not a bum. I don't even know who homie is, but he ain't no bum.
You don't know who this girl is
That's
either,
all I
and you
said.
said she was dismissed.
Yeah, because I'm not interested no more.
Sir, you are dating like it's flavor of love. This is unacceptable. Grow up. No.
I can't pick and choose who I want to talk to anymore.
And evidently neither can
Obviously,
she.
she
The
can't.
same rule applies.
All I said to her was,
She should have gave him a business plan.
no. All I said to her was, maybe she could have been
You
the
want her to
spark.
date with spreadsheets, a pie graph, paper and pencil, PowerPoint, like Excel,
I ain't
documents.
say all that.
I feel like in order for me to be a spark for someone, I have to be invested in some type of way. I'm not off rip, like meeting you today and we're going on a date tomorrow and you're telling me that you're a drug dealer and a liquor seller and I'm gonna be like, well, this is what I'm not doing all that.
Like,
On the first date,
So was he a bum?
he paid for my meal. I don't want to say he was a bum.
Aw.
Yeah.
He
I
had
respect
enough
that.
money to feed her.
Yeah, I'm just not. That's just not the person I aspire to be with.
Okay, that's fair.
That's
cute.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So what did we learn today?
I don't know. What did you learn today?
I learned that you're very unbalanced in your judgment of men and women.
That's your point of view.
That was the nicest way anybody ever said it to you, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm cool. That's your point of view. I disagree though, but that's your point of view.
You probably disagree because I'm a woman, and that's okay.
No, I'm not disagreeing because you're a woman. Like, the fuck? I disagree because I feel like your statement is wrong.
Because I'm a woman.
No.
Ouch,
If
the third
Kev
time.
would have said I would have told him the same thing. I disagree. Well, I'm going to say because what?
But he didn't say it. I said it.
Kev said some things
I
that I
ain't
would
gonna
still.
lie. I say that shit all the time.
I would disagree. What happened? So I'm saying it because Kevin, what? You a woman?
No, sir.
All
But he
right,
didn't
then.
say it. I said it.
But he had said damn near the same thing.
But
So
he
what's
didn't
the
say it
difference?
just now. I said it.
But what's the difference?
He didn't say it.
But he had before.
I didn't hear it.
I did.
So we learned that VI is imbalanced.
I'm imbalanced.
On your judgment of men and women. We need shooters etiquette for sure.
Shooters
Learn what a
etiquette.
stem and stud is.
Stud is okay to say.
Now,
And a throuple.
A throuple.
And we learned what
The difference between throuples and
Throuple.
polys.
and poly. STEM is what again?
A stud femme.
Stud femme.
God damn. All right.
yeah, that was my 1st time
I'm gonna have to
hearing
watch
about
this
that.
back to kind of like retain all of that.
To understand all that.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I really I think on the surface, niggas would have probably thought we were just gonna try to get like nasty shit out of them.
I mean, yeah, I tried.
No.
But this was very informative.
You say get nasty shit, like talk about like their sex life? and
Yeah,
shit?
like I think niggas would have just assumed that off
Nah.
rip. But
I'm
nah, I
happy
think-
that you guys didn't go that route.
Nah, the conversation just went. You know,
Where
Oh,
it needed
I'm
to
fine
go.
with that. That's where it would went. Like, it just
how much
didn't go
longer
there.
we got, Cam? Nah, I'm playing.
Niggas say, nah.
Nah, for real, I ain't gonna lie. That was very informative, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Y'all
Yeah,
want to say anything
thank you.
nasty before? Nah, I'm playing. On that note,
I agree.
Stupid.